Hi, I'm Lisa. I am a newbie to the Can-Am Ryker. Today's video is on reversing into a parking space. One of the things that freak me out is if I'm out driving and I need to park somewhere, I don't want people to watch me while I back up forward, and kind of ease myself into a parking space. I really like to be able to master getting into that parking space efficiently and quickly so that I don't hold up traffic. So that's what I'm here to do today. Practice reversing into a parking space. Why do I want to reverse into a parking space and just not turn into it? Well, there's been times when you're driving a regular car and you thought there's a space and you turn into it and there's a motorcycle taking up that space, right? So I don't want people to do that to my bike and inadvertently run into it. And so it seems to me, since especially our Rykers have such wide front, if I back up into it with my front lined up to where other cars are, it's going to be easy for other cars to see that, hey, this space is taken, don't try to come in here. So hubby figured out that the tightest turn I can make with my 2019 Ryker Rally requires 3 parking spaces. And the rally is about 8 feet long, so he wants me to turn about halfway through the space next to the one I want to park in. Let me show you. From the space I want to park in, I'm going to line my bike up to about 2 spaces beyond my aimed spot. I'm going to line my bike up so that it's perpendicular and about 2 to 3 feet from the parking line. This is so that when I turn, I don't accidentally clip other cars that may be in adjoining parking spaces. I back up straight until my tail hits halfway to the space next to my aim spot. So here I'm marking that with a water bottle. So as soon as my tail hits that water bottle line, I'm turning my handle all the way to the end and keeping it all the way to the end until my bike is parallel to the parking spot. At that point, I straighten out my handles and back in. And that should get me pretty good in the center of the space. So again, I lined up 2 spaces beyond where I want to park. I am perpendicular and about 2 to 3 feet away from the parking space. Then I back up straight until my tail hits the line marked by that water bottle, which is about halfway before the space I want to park in. So at that point, I turn my handles all the way to the end and don't let go from that extreme end position until my bike is parallel to the parking lines. So once my bike is parallel to the parking lines, then I turn my handle straight, and that should get me back pretty center in the space. I had a little bit of difficulty telling when my bike is parallel to the parking space, so when I can turn my handle back straight. So I ended up drawing an imaginary line between my body and the front of the bike. So that helped me a little bit. So at this point, I'm breaking this down step by step, and it seems to work pretty well for me. I think with time, as I get more practice and get better at it, it'll come just much more naturally, and I won't need to pay so much attention to details. Hey, thank you for joining me as I learn to master this Ryker. If my tricks and tips help you, wonderful. If not, well, I hope at least you're entertained. I do invite you to join me on my motorcycle adventures. Please check out my other videos on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, which is called Urban Dingo. Remember to give me a thumb up when you see a video that you like. And share with your friends. Ride safe!